Hydrofield cuts through my neighborhood.
Hey, everybody. How are you?
What up, people of the universe?
I saw there's some people here already. I
There's-
love it. I love it.
A couple people here. Yipper. And Popeye and John Kemper. Snowy the Snow Leopards. Yep.
Let's see. Who's here? Yeah, Snowy was here first. At least in the chat, it says that Snowy was here first. Oh, I'm getting the Rumble alert that we're live on Rumble.
Yeah.
Lady Alex and Popeye. What about the differing shoes? The Nashville shooter during the shooting spree and the post-mortem. First Puma then bands. Yeah, I saw that. I have some information about the shooting and stuff, but I didn't put that together for tonight. I'm probably gonna have to do another pop-up episode either tomorrow or Saturday or something to cover maybe that specifically, because I have information. I don't know if it's really out there. I'm not really sure what other shows are covering on it, but yeah, that was definitely something that I noticed. John Kemper said, I was alone on Rumble last time.
Aw.
Oh,
How sad.
we are trying to build up the Rumble. Because we don't know how how the censorship is going to be, how bad is it going to get, where it's going to go, and what direction, and we're going to be talking about that. Jordan Kemper. Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm signing in as you over here on Rumble.
No, don't sign in as me on Rumble.
I don't want to be trying to figure out how to fix it. Google. Yeah, boom, it fixed it. Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, who's Scary Girl 67?
I don't think that they've gotten is that Angela?
Might be Angela.
I don't know. I don't think they can get us for comments in our group chat now. I don't think so.
They can't get us.
Yeah, the Trump stuff, I know, I'm pretty sure, I've seen just everybody freaking out over it. And to me, I look at it and I go, well, this seems a little convenient. This seems a little convenient. They had it last week when people started talking about this, these bills that we're going to be talking about tonight. And then they pulled it right back out. And I really don't care what two consensual adults do. I really don't care. If they're not hurting anybody, they're not hurting any minors, then that's between them.
Yep.
And I know that they're saying that there's some other things now too, that they're that indictments and stuff like that. And I'm not a fan of Trump. And if you've been here around here, with us, then you know that.
Mike looks shocked to hear this. He's like, "Oh my God."
yeah, I mean, like, I'm not, I'm nonpartisan in all of this. I don't have, faith in any of the politics of that. But I feel like there are a couple of things that are happening that happened just recently, including the shooting that happened in Tennessee. That I feel like are being used to push an agenda, to be highlighted. You know.
He has the best law team working on the best people.
You're gonna have Dershowitz again?
The most pedophiles per courtroom anybody's ever seen.
Ew.
Somebody say vaccine. What happened? I
don't talk about that.
I fell asleep for a minute.
Yeah, like they're not going after him for war crimes or warp speed things.
Yeah, none of the good stuff. Just yeah, whatever.
Wolf dude,
Lady Alex.
I would like to
Of the
talk
Wild
to you
West.
about some alien stuff. We really need to have a conversation. So please reach out to us.
Aliens.
Please reach out. Do you know how to reach out? I think you do.
Yeah. It's a very simple equation.
Hey, Jara, how are you tonight?
Do.
Kind of getting warmed up here.
Exactly. Big fucking deal about Donald. The Donald. Our crimes are some of the best, most extensive crimes anybody's ever done.
Whenever there's something like that happening, like where it's like, oh wait, no, Trump's back on the news. They indicted him this time. It's like it makes me go, okay, well, what else is happening that they really don't want us looking at that? Like, what is the real thing that they're pushing through?
I'm just hoping it's all like, the crazy distraction, and then Teflon Don is like, since I've been indicted, I'd like to take this opportunity to announce my candidacy for president.
I think he already did announce that.
I know. He's going to do it again.
He's going to use it to his benefit. He's going to use it as like, this is his new thing about how, they go, I'm the most persecuted.
My new rule of law campaign.
Like he's going to use this to his benefit. And the dog is barking at us?
I don't know if that was a dog barking.
Leo.
Where are you at, homie? Did you just bark?
Sorry, that distracted me.
Okay.
Here.
Distractions. All right. It's not like we're doing a broadcast or anything.
Here's the Leo. You should be on this side.
Somehow it's okay that we pause the stream of consciousness news reporting.
What are you doing? Really? We can't sit like this, Leo.
He's a high butt with his duck jammers on.
I know. Isn't he cute?
Rubber ducky. You're the one.
Go in your basket.
Yeah, I hope it is. I hope it's Hillary and Trump again. That would be the best thing.
Oh, jeez.
But doesn't Joe have to not run for it to be Hillary too? How does it work again? I forget. Mike, get it together, bro.
I don't know if he does.
He's not really. He's spacing out now. Now he looks handsome now. He's fine.
So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with all of that. Oh, I need to pull up the email.
Who gives a fuck? Really, honestly, in all honesty, people, I feel the same way that Lady Alex just said. She could give a rat's ass who's in office. That's pretty much. What are you doing, man?
So I wanted to go back a little bit. In time. You know, I like to have these timelines to, you know, kind of line things up to remind us where we've been, where we're going with this, right? Oh yeah, let me see here. So I wanted to remind everybody, you know, about the Patriot Act and about how Edward Snowden came out, about the leaked classified documents, and that was in 2013. And what did that reveal? Reveal that the government was using Section 215 of the Patriot Act
to
right?
surveil.
Yes, to collect our phone records. You know, the numbers dialed and received. You know, like
allegedly,
all of that.
It's all alleged.
Yeah. So, yeah, big tech surveillance. You know what I mean? Like, so, like I feel like we're going into the same thing as before. I hope this video is okay to play here. I just want to make
illegal. Arrest her immediately.
So I have a video that is about the Patriot Act. So we're gonna have a little video time, you know, just for a minute. What's up, Leo? Is it there? It's there.
All right, got 15 people watching over on the Rumbles.
Very nice. Thank you, everybody over on Rumble.
Please hit the like buttons, peoples, on both things.
All right, I'm gonna play this clip, and as always, we will make sure we put all the links for all of this in there. Please go give this content creator a like, and if you like their content that we're using, fair use. Using. All right, what am I gonna do here?
You gotta go out.
No, he wants to be picked up.
On May 7th, 2015, the Federal Court of Appeals in New York ruled that the National Security Agency's collection of American phone records in bulk is illegal. Specifically, they ruled that the practice did not fall under the scope of the USA Patriot Act, which allows wiretapping of individuals to detect and prevent terrorism. So what is the USA Patriot Act? Well, the USA Patriot Act is a 10-letter acronym for the Uniting and Strengthening America by Providing Appropriate Tools Required to Intercept and Obstruct Terrorism Act of 2001. It was passed swiftly by Congress following the terrorist attacks of September 11th and signed into law by George W. Bush in 2001. Later, when it was set to expire in 2011, Barack Obama renewed the law for another 4 years. The Patriot Act has been the subject of intense controversy. Although it was intended to prevent terrorist attacks, it has been accused of infringing on basic American civil liberties. It allows any law enforcement officials to skirt a U.S. citizen's Fourth Amendment protections against unreasonable search and seizure. The Patriot Act grants agencies like the FBI sweeping surveillance power over cell phone data, internet search histories, medical histories, library records, and any tangible thing for suspected terrorists. Critics note that because intelligence can be gathered secretly with little oversight, officials can easily abuse their power and falsely charge innocent people. The Patriot Act also allows for the indefinite detention of anyone, even non-U.S. citizens, without probable cause. The New York court recently ruled against the NSA's mass phone surveillance program because the judges said it would be an unprecedented contraction of the privacy expectations of all Americans. Yet they also made it clear that if they wanted, Congress would absolutely be able to legalize the NSA's actions by passing new laws to that effect. However, they would not be able to use the Patriot Act in its current form to continue justifying the mass surveillance. The USA Patriot Act is set to expire in June 2015, and Congress is already discussing its renewal. Despite massive opposition from numerous public figures, including senators, celebrities, and whistleblowers like Edward Snowden, President Obama has continued his support for the program. He maintains that there is suitable oversight to potential privacy abuses and that the program has had proven results against terrorist violence. NSA surveillance will continue to be a greatly divisive issue as the population continues to increase its digital footprint.
So we know where we are today. We know where we are and what's being introduced. People are calling it the Patriot Act 2.0. Do you think that's a fair assumption? Do you think that's a fair assessment of it? I mean, could be. I put the link in both of the chats, in all the chats that we are streaming to. So anybody can go over and finish watching that video, give them a like. Helps that original content creator out. Oops. And that started playing without me meaning to, but this is the next video I was going to play. And this is some Rand Paul talking about the Patriot Act. And this was 2 years ago. We're not going to listen to the whole thing, but I wanted to show his consistency in this because he has also been speaking out against this one.
That liberty can be exchanged for security. The history of the Patriot Act shows that the exchange is a poor one. As our liberty wanes and wastes away, we find that the promises of security were an illusion. The history of the Patriot Act is really a history of how power corrupts and how bias and malfeasance grow when power is unchecked. The Patriot Act allows a secret court, FISA, to grant generalized warrants to collect personal data from millions of Americans. The spies who run these surveillance programs then lied for years and years to us. One of the most notorious of these liars was James Clapper. When cross-examined under oath by Senator Wyden, James Clapper denied that the government was collecting data on millions of Americans. A month later, the whistleblower, Edward Snowden, revealed that Clapper had lied. Snowden revealed that Clapper and others were using the Patriot Act to spy on virtually every American. Snowden revealed that the secret FISA court was allowing a single court order to command the collection of millions of Americans' personal phone data. Most members of Congress had no idea that this was going on. In fact, one of the authors of the Patriot Act publicly expressed his shock that such a massive surveillance of Americans was occurring with no notification of Congress. Clapper and others, though, said that's not true. They justified their actions by saying, we've been briefing the elite 8 congressmen. Who are the elite 8 and who made them elite? The elite 8 are the majority and minority leaders of the House and the Senate, and the majority and the minority leader of the Intelligence Committee in the House and the Senate, 8 people. When they were quizzed about this program, most of them said they couldn't remember ever being briefed on it. But the real constitutional question is, have we not changed and subverted the Constitution to make 8 people more important than the rest of us? So this is a program where they were collecting the data on everybody's phone calls, everybody in America, and you would think there would have to be a debate and approval by Congress, but they only take 8 people. And those 8 people seem to be confused that they had approved the program as well. The idea that a single court order can allow the collection of personal data from millions of people is antithetical to the intentions of the Fourth Amendment. The Fourth Amendment dictates that the government must identify an individual and the items and the location to be searched. The Fourth Amendment was intended to forbid general warrants.
So I just wanted to give a little bit of history and background to remind anybody, just in case. Because, I like to do that. I like to give the context of everything.
That's entirely too much information. Quit giving a well-rounded review of things and concepts. People will surely not be confused by. I want everybody to understand that the Mr. Paul grew into a real boy. He hit puberty during the pandemic, and so he and Nick Brana and all the other beard boys, they're all men now. So treat them as such. Okay.
What is? I don't know what that means.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I don't know that that's relevant to anything.
I don't know that
about.
Everybody is aware of it. That's all.
I don't even know what you said exactly.
Information.
I don't know what you're spreading though.
Okay, that's fine. Fair enough.
Lady Alex said beards can make fugly men look cool. Okay. Bella, absolutely. Yeah, we have to stop this. We have to stop them from doing this. We can't just sit back and let this happen again. Because, right, this is what I'm explaining here, is that it's already happened. A small handful of people already decided, it's fine. We're just going to give them all this power. And we need to make sure that we are completely aware of what we're handing over. And because, we have an awesome Baritonian family here, Lady Alex has sent over a picture of art that her mom made that is representative of when the Patriot Act was happening. So
Patriot Act era.
Yes.
Nice.
This is some art that goes along
flashback
with what we're talking about. And that's amazing. So I'm going to pull that up real quick.
That's right. Aesthetic beauty for your viewing pleasure. Gore said he looks like John Candy's bastard son when he doesn't have a beard. So I think we should call him Uncle Gore now. Like Uncle Buck.
What?
Like Uncle Buck, Uncle Gore.
Oh my God, Uncle Gore.
Oh yeah. Fantastic film.
Oh, Bella wants me to do another poll.
Rand Paul's beard a distraction from the Restrict Act? Most certainly.
Look,
my face is fuzzy.
Do you think if you guys think it's yes or no? Give me a yes or no. We'll
in a free republic, your face can be fuzzy. Okay. That's why we have to ban the TikTok from the non-fuzzy faced people. Because China.
Yeah, and you can see right there. See how she's torching the Patriot Act?
Oh yeah, cooking it right up. I love that. That is fucking fantastic.
Whoa.
Fantastic.
Whoa, I didn't know I could zoom in.
Oh yeah,
with the mouse.
You can zoom right in with the mouse. You got your little wheel there. Oh baby.
Yeah, that's great.
Getting intimate with Lady Liberty over here.
What is the medium? What medium is it that she used?
That was really cool looking.
I love it.
I'm not even mad that there's like a weird glare.
It looks like it's a picture of a picture.
Yeah, it's a picture of a picture. Or it's a scan of a picture. If he gets a Stever beard, we vote. That seems like a.
I wish I had this beforehand, without the glare. Steve, you could make this a cool thumbnail.
Oh yeah. Of course, inevitably, it will become clip art.
It's collage and acrylic.
Oh yeah, it looks like really cool. Like really, that's gonna stay nice and bright and vivid, like forever. That's the kind of medium. Acrylic is wild. Seen people do some crazy shit. I love them ones that you do with the bubbles and the things and
Hey, everybody, wherever platform you're watching on, do you mind giving it a like and a follow if you're not already following? It really does help out.
Aggro.
And I know that you probably are sick of hearing people ask that. But it really does. It helps with the algorithm. You know, that the devil.
V.S. Adams. Aggravated progressive.
Hello. That's awesome, Lady Alex. We love it. Thank you for sharing your mom's art.
Mm-hmm. Big time.
All right, I'm gonna take that down.
Leo, why are you whining, bro?
Probably because he wants his pajamas off, Steve.
Oh, is that why? You need your pajamas off?
Oh.
Yeah, how come?
Ah.
Take the back seats off first.
Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to click on the whole thing.
Oh, and I got that one off.
So I came across an article about the bill, which I thought would be really
Whoa.
important to share.
What are you doing?
Oops. Jeez, I'm not. There we go. Now you see it. Now it's there for you. Yeah. And of course, I will put all of the links in the show notes. But here, I'm going to drop it in the YouTube and
If
over on the
you use
Rumble.
the layout that I made.
I don't know what layout.
It's like the next one if you click the button that brings you to the rest of them.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
It has a big square like this, and then it has a small square like this, and it just puts your camera on the opposite side and bigger. And
Oh, okay.
so
Like that?
So I'm saying probably I gotta wait for it to catch up. Yep. Yeah, that looks better. I think you could see more of the other stuff. And
It like reverses me.
Yeah.
So like my right is showing up as my left.
Ooh, trippy. And if you lean in, it'll just lean in closer to the camera, just for a second, and then you see. Does it grab it? Does it?
No, it didn't do anything.
It was freeze framing for me earlier. Like you get closer and it just stops. Maybe you have to hold it first.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. I'm not worried about the camera.
I made you do funny things on
Oh, do you guys see this? So this, I put this is from cryptonews.net, and I put the link in the Rumble in the YouTube chat, and I'll put it in the show notes so you can find it for any of the things. So VPN users risk a 20-year jail sentences in the U.S. under the Restrict Act, which is also being called the TikTok bill. So if you're hearing it as like, oh yeah, it's it's just a ban TikTok. That's not the case. That it is not the case at all. And this is from the 28th of March of 2023. So a bill dubbed the Restrict Act that was submitted to Congress could have severe consequences for viral private network VPN users in the United States. The U.S. lawmakers are widening their sights when it comes to cracking down on finance and technology. The bipartisan. Oh, what does that mean? What does that mean again, Steve? When it's bipartisan?
That means they're bisexual.
No, don't listen to him.
That means
okay. No, it
part
means
of them are.
It means that we're getting screwed from both sides of the aisle.
Which is bisexuality, right?
No. Okay.
No.
Restricting the emergence of security threats and risk information in communications. Technology Restrict Act was unveiled in early March. It was initially dubbed as a TikTok ban bill, but has far wider ramification. Furthermore, VPN users could face hefty fines or jail sentences under the bill. So here's the thing. They always do this where it's like, oh, we're going to call it the banning TikTok, the TikTok ban bill. And then people are like just dismiss it as, oh, it's just about TikTok. Oh, I don't use it, or I don't really care. Or it makes it really easy for them for people to just be like, yeah, whatever, but it's more than that. It's always more than that. You always, if they say it's one thing, then it's probably not really about that thing. Although I think that they do have some, like red meat for China and for TikTok, but I think that that's for different reasons. I think it's because they can't censor that app as much. If they want to act as though like we're not spied upon by every single applications on our phones, on our computers, tablets, whatever device you are watching something on or you're connected to the internet with, if they want to act as though like they're not spying on us, we just went over the Patriot Act. We know that they use these things to spy on us, and they just want to do it worse. They want to do the things, but like be like legal about doing it, like legally screw us over, do the things like, because we know what they're already doing. Well, I mean, most of us do, at least.
Most of us, sometimes.
I mean, is there any question? Does anybody have any question about whether or not the Patriot Act is what it is?
Does anybody question how many actual mechanisms of surveillance the state uses against you every moment of the day?
Yeah, but they're gonna be like, yeah,
we're gonna do some more. That's what they're saying.
We're just gonna make it legal, and
we're just gonna final that out. Get that.
We're just
gonna out. Those like what do you call those civil liberties? Yeah, we're gonna just even those wrinkles right out for you.
Yeah, there's a couple things we missed last time. Like we didn't have all the information.
Yeah.
We need to like make sure.
We're just trying to evolve our safety for our safety.
Yeah,
for your own personal safety, just so you won't say anything wrong to anyone at any time.
And when did the Patriot Act come out? What year was that? What happened?
Christ.
What happened
in
2001? What happened that year?
2001. Let me see. It was a hot summer.
Yeah,
as I recall.
The summer. Yeah.
Saw the Phil and Friends that fall. The Beacon.
We had 9/11 happen.
Oh yeah, and then that stuff happened.
Yep. So anyway, back to the article. Communications and VPN tech targeted. So people often legitimately use VPN, virtual private network services, and add an extra layer of security for web communications. Furthermore, they allow users to mask or change their internet address. This is often required to access content that may otherwise be blocked or censored. The bill, if passed, would attempt to identify information and communications technology products and services holdings that pose undue or unacceptable risks. This could include VPNs. Oh, excuse me. Oh my gosh. If they are used to access banned websites such as TikTok. The bill specifically directs the Secretary of Commerce to identify, deter, disrupt, prevent, prohibit, investigate, or otherwise mitigate national security risks associated with technology linked to countries adversarial to the U.S. Oh my gosh. Like, and that could change at like the drop of a hat, like we're as a country, as the U.S. is constantly meddling with other countries. So, anybody could be seen that. Like, you could have family living in one of these other countries, and all of a sudden they're adversarial to the United States, and you can't have communication with your family.
Well, yeah, we already saw that happen back then. Remember Iraq?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So the bill also has a long list of communication technologies it intends to scrutinize. These include web hosting, cloud services, content delivery services, drone payments, drones, payment applications,
Drones.
gaming applications, artificial intelligence, and e-commerce. So, wait, what?
Wait, how?
Content delivery services. So, like how we're delivering you this information right now.
Yeah.
Your web hosting, cloud services. What? So, like
Every aspect
of everything.
All
if
the
it's
rest of the
connected to
speech.
the internet,
Yes, all the rest of the speech.
they can
Eliminate.
they can
criminalize.
they
it.
can look at your
Immediately.
Ring camera. They can like look at your Alexa if you have one of those things. I don't have either of those.
Well, really, let's be real about this.
Everything. Anything that's connected to the internet, your
Any
kids'
device.
video games.
Any device that has been made, period, like long before they were manufacturing these home computers and devices that you could have in your home, all the chips have been modified so that they can surveil you if they want to, and they do on the regular. So like thinking that they don't is just foolish, and now they're just tightening up the fucking knot just a little tighter so that they can control every aspect of media completely and solely. So there won't be any dissenting voices. They just eliminate that, and they can fucking size up every single person who's saying a thing and see what else they said and see, you know what I mean, and shut their money off and do all the things that they did to anybody who was dissident during the fucking pandemic. Anybody who was, or for the truckers in Canada, all of those people who got their money taken, that it's crazy, but that's what they're doing. They're just like, oh yeah, we're just gonna lock it down, and then you'll have no other recourse but to do whatever the protocols they set are, and they'll own the internet, lock, stock, and barrel.
Yeah. I love how informed you guys are. Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. You own no aspect of your data. That's fundamental.
And they're just like, we don't want TikTok having it,
Yeah, but TikTok cannot have it. Exactly.
Because it's ours, right?
It's
like they're
ours.
like, no.
Yeah. Salty.
Hey, Salty. Good to see you. So let me get back into this. So the scary part is the potential punishment for violators. So like, how are they going to violate? What are they going to do? Oh, unless you have 20 years of your life and $1 million you want to give to the government. Like, what a deterrent. $1 million?
$1 million.
20 years.
20 years.
Or both.
Well, yeah.
And we know who they're going to go after. They're going to go after the people. They're going to go after the people that can't, like rich people don't typically spend a lot of time in jail. Like going back to the whole like Trump is indicted thing. Does anyone think he's going to actually go to jail? Does anybody think that the man is not like gonna like? Do you think he's gonna be strip searched and sent to jail and all that? You think all that's gonna happen to him? Everyone can recognize him. Like it's not gonna. What I mean? He's not a flight risk. I wouldn't think. Not for that. I don't know. Anyway, moving forward, the TikTok ban. According to reports on March 27th, lawmakers are moving forward with the bill. This follows the grilling of TikTok CEO last week. The Chinese social media platform was estimated 150 million users in the United States. Steve's on TikTok. I have TikToks, but I don't really like use them. But Steve is doing news on TikTok. So you guys should check out his news on TikTok.
Yep. You should.
You should put your links.
Oh, okay.
In the show notes or whatever too.
I will.
And we're not like sticking up for TikTok just because we want you to go subscribe to Steve.
No, but definitely go subscribe.
But yeah, hopefully this won't like eliminate TikTok and we will still be able to use it. So House of Representatives Speaker Kevin McCarthy said that the House would be moving forward with the bill. So that's what he's saying. If passed, the new legislation will grant the U.S. government sweeping powers to crack down on any technologies and services it sees as a threat. Remarkably, that includes VPN technology. Those opposing the bill say it will give the state the power to police the entire internet and any platforms on it. Furthermore, some were referred to as the Chinification of America. This legislation is frighteningly similar to that in China, which has some of the world's harshest internet censorship. So let's keep this in mind. So let's unpack that a little bit. They want to make us less like China because they don't like the communism of China, but we don't, not that they're exactly communist, but like we're not getting into all that. But they don't like China like that, so they're like, we're gonna be better than China by being like China. That's what it seems like they're getting at here.
Definitely. There's my TikTokers. Right there. Put it in the thing. I'm gonna put it in the Rumbles too. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Leo, we did it. Why are you looking at me like that? What?
Oh, aggravated progressive said TikTok was going to put servers in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Gore, it's a mess. They made it illegal for the NSA to simply collect our data, so they spent tax dollars to buy it and collect it.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, you're talking about Trump? He likely gets some media pay every time they slander him on contract. Yeah, you know what? Trump is just gonna use this. He's gonna use everything that is being said about him is, oh, see, they're going after the worst smear politically. You know, it's gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be he's the victim, and they're making him the victim, and we know that the ratings are great for these channels, for these networks, when Trump's in office or Trump's in the news, because it gets the opposite of the people that like despise him so much, that gets them all riled up, and his base.
Only the best ratings, the best news channels. It's all fake news. All right, Agro followed me on the TikTokals.
Yeah. I know TikTok is great. Like I don't go on. I try to stay away from there sometimes because I can get like sucked into TikTok. You know, because it's the swiping. They found that's a thing. Like, you know, same with the YouTube shorts. It can, you know, I can be like, oh my God, I just spent like, you know, all this time like doing stupid thing. Like, oh my, I need to stop. I make myself like stop because it's really easy to watch them. But yeah, so we need to remember all of this, like all of these details of why they're pulling this Trump card out again now. Like, it just makes me go, like, what's going on in the background now? What is everyone going to be talking about? They're going to be talking about that indictment. Now they're telling, it's been reported that New York City, all the police have to show up in uniform tomorrow. That's what's being said.
Yep.
So we have this tomorrow,
Roll call.
right? On a Friday with the Trump thing, you know. And then on Saturday, there is the day of vengeance, the trans vengeance, because of what's been going on and everything else. And I think that, you know,
Begin.
these things are simultaneously happening. I don't know that they're connected, but I believe that they are being amplified and used in a certain way to fit a certain agenda. And we need to be aware of that.
Yes.
And
Key shaking for babies. Exactly. Jingle, jingle, shiny, shiny. Look over here, everybody. Wow, we passed this horrendous fucking bill.
yeah. And it doesn't mean that the other things that are happening are, you know, necessarily psyops, but they use things and they create them into being a psyop.
They're opportunistic, really.
Yeah, they're really opportunistic about it.
That's
exactly.
all. They just take it, you know, they know when they got the goods on you and they use it against you every chance to cause division, to cause diversion. And obfuscation is the other fun word. They like to obfuscate. Obfuscate. Boy, the rude boy, they obfuscate, you know. Yeah. I'm sorry, I just went to Jamaica for a second in my mind. To Ross. Bomba clot. Why? How do you spell it? Obfuscate. AHB. Few.
Oh.
FU. Skate. SKAITE. Obfuscate. I went to public school. Payphone on the corner. Payphone on the corner.
I always like to bring the receipts and the evidence of everything that we talk about. So this is the Restrict Act, which is what is being called the TikTok bill. So it's the S686. That's like a tongue twister. S686. So this was introduced by Mark Warner, the senator. Wait, the Democrat, Virginia. What? So there's a couple different bills that are out there, and we're gonna go over the couple that I found. And it was introduced to the Senate on 3/7/23. Is it on the screen? Just want to make sure. Yes. And I will give you the link to this bill, and it will also be in the show notes. I'll put that over there on the Rumble. Hey, if you guys wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up wherever you're watching from, I would appreciate it. You know, if you really don't like it, then you can.
Is this an exercise in repeatedly asking people to do it to see if they'll do it?
What?
Because you generally ask once or twice or whatever through the course of a stream, but if we ask over and over, are people more likely to click the button, do the thing? I'm in my mind, I'm like, let's do a social experiment and see what happens. Because if you just leave it up to the people, they're like, fuck your like button, bitch. I'm out. You know, they don't think about it. But if you repeatedly, did you hit that like button? Are you hitting? Don't forget to hit the like button. Everybody, are you hitting the like button before you
noticed
leave?
it again, so I said it. But
I'm not teasing you. I'm just thinking it's a funny concept. Like, what do you think would happen?
I don't know. It's hard to get people to hit the like.
It is.
Okay?
People just don't do it. And other times you don't say a word and you'll have 12, 15 people and there'll be 15 likes. You're like, okay, that shit's fucking popping today. You know?
I know.
You can't call it.
Oh.
That's funny. But seriously, you guys, did you hit the like button?
Stop it.
Seriously.
Yeah, I want to know who really wrote the bill. Who's really behind it? Because we know who that right? The people, the elected officials do not write these bills.
No, teams of lawyers and weird young men and with glasses and nice suits.
Just young men
and women.
Okay.
Weird young women as well. Obsessed with language and semantics and strange law cult stuff. I don't know. It makes me uncomfortable to talk about it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so this is the bill, the S686, to authorize Secretary of Commerce to review and prohibit certain transactions between persons in the United States and foreign adversaries, and for other purposes. Wait, what? For other purposes? So all of in the Senate of the United States, March 7, 2023, this is like a whole list of all these people. You see him? Mr. Warner for himself, Mr. Toon, Ms. Baldwin, Ms. Fisher, Mr. Manchin, Mr. Moran, Mr. Bennett, Mr. Sullivan, Mr. Gillibrand, Ms. Collins, Mr. Henrich, Mr. Romney, and Ms. Cockatoo. I don't know if I said that right. Introduced the following bill, which was read twice and referred to by the Committee of Commerce, Science, and Transportation. So it's to authorize the Secretary of Committee to review and prohibit certain transactions between persons in the United States and foreign adversaries and for other purposes. I want to know what these other purposes are.
Well, though you only have this a need-to-know basis.
Yeah. Who really wrote this, guys? Okay, so in this act, classified national security information. So they're saying that means it's been determined in pursuant effective order, blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah. These are their definitions.
Exactly. See, that's how I can tell you're not one of those weird law culty semantic freaks with the glasses. Because they never say blah, blah, blah.
I'm not the person writing this. Yep. So the team entity means any of the following, whether established in the United States or outside of the United States. So a firm, a government agency, government department, or government commission, a labor union, a fraternal or social organization, what? A partnership, a trust, a joint venture, corporation, group, subgroup, or any other association or organization, whether or not organized for profit. What? That's like Everett. I mean, come on. Do you not fit into one of these things, right?
That's what I'm talking about, man. The semantic cults, man. They make it all work out.
I mean, like, I think everybody could fit into this. You know, we're a group of people, subgroup of people.
It's the power of mind control. And groups of people
and
understanding prepositional phrases.
Yeah, foreign adversary, the term foreign adversary. Like, and so the United States government can decide that someone's a foreign adversary for any reason. Yeah.
Oh, you're being a foreign adversary right now, bro. Just back off.
Like that's gonna be like the new thing. It's not gonna be a conspiracy theorist. You're a foreign adversary.
I used to like it, but now he's a foreign adversary, bro.
Watch, the language is gonna change.
Sam Squanches used to be friendly, but now they're foreign adversaries, bro.
I know. Watch.
Fucking Sam Squanches will be on the run. They'll be trying to like run to Mexico and Canada and stuff. Because they'll be seen as foreign adversaries.
And so that means...
just because they're on TikTok, and that's all it was.
Okay, so that's any foreign government or regime determined by the secretary. So the secretary gets to decide if you're a foreign adversary. That's it. Like, they decided you are, and that's it. Sounds good, right? We just trust our government so much.
Thank you. Good night.
So let's see. The People's Republic of China, including Hong Kong, special admission, Republic of Cuba, Iran,
Belize.
Korea, Russian Federation, Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. So like
Islamic Republic of Iran,
any of those places.
Korea, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. All foreign adversaries. That's right. The torture never stops. Exactly. Flies all green and buzzing. This dungeon of despair. I love all of those adversaries equally, collectively and equally.
I'm not against any like, any like just wide, reaching group of any people.
Oh, they're trying to
Of
link
like
that
any country,
emotion
like
to the subject matter.
Hmm?
I don't know. I was reading Greywalker's chat thing, and I got sidetracked for a second. Most Americans cannot even spell at a 6th grade level. That's probably generous, judging from my interaction with people and my own education.
Well, you have to remember that
in
there's
school.
always autocorrect too.
Oh yeah,
So-
no, that's a lifesaver.
And I think that that's definitely made it.
Yep.
Where people aren't like they just like autocorrect it,
Come on, Americans.
And there are people with learning disabilities. Like so, certain people have a difficult time before there's autocorrect.
Yeah, and the chats that don't even if they have autocorrect, you
They
see
don't always-
everybody's fuck ups in the chats anyway. So it's like, and really, I'm convinced that most of the people that I interact with can type and understand sentence structure and stuff fairly well, have a decent grasp of it, communicating. And everybody has a different style as well. So there's a lot of variance from
A lot of people aren't formal on social media and
but
just-
are articulate as fuck, so it's like the mechanics of it. If as long as you kind of vaguely understand the mechanics of grammar, you're gonna do fine, and if you speak with candor and color, and you try to articulate ideas effectively, then anybody can understand.
Yeah.
Whether you write, you type it phonetically correct or not.
So I wanted to go over a couple of the things that they are talking about in this bill. So it's going to be software, hardware, or any product or service integral to communications, to telecommunications products and services, including wireless local area networks, mobile networks, satellite payloads, satellite operations and control, cable access points, wireline access points, core networking systems, longshore and backhaul networks, and large computer platforms, edge computer platforms. I'm not sure what does the ed part mean. Any software, hardware, or any other product or service integral to data hosting or computing services that uses the processes or retains or is expected to use, process, or retain sensitive personal data with respect to greater than, oh my gosh, million people in the United States during the year period preceding the date in which the covered transaction referred to the secretary for review, and the secretary initiates review of the covered transaction, including your internet hosting services, the cloud-based or distributed computing and data storage, machine learning, basically anything that is connected to the internet at all. That your internet or your network, your enabled sensors, webcams, endpoint surveillance or monitoring devices, modems, home networking devices. If greater than 1 million units have been sold to persons in the United States at any point during the year period preceding the date on which the cover transaction is referred to the secretary for review, or the secretary initiates review on the covered transaction. Unmanned vehicles, including drones and other aerial systems, autonomous, semi-autonomous vehicles. So, okay, so they're pushing everybody to have electric vehicles, and with, especially like the Tesla is being like really pushed, and they want people to have the vehicles that drive for themselves, everything that works for itself, and they want access to all of it. Your desktop, your mobile, gaming, payment, web-based. I mean, like, this is everything. Everything that you could possibly think of. They would just have access to it.
I'm pretty sure Snow Leopard's possessed by Satan right now or something.
Why?
His letters are all weird and backwards, and I'm scared.
Oh, what?
I'm frightened by... I'm not sure what that is. What did he say? He said something backwards.
Do I need to go look at it?
What is this called? Question mark. Took me a second to see it. I couldn't see it. I know, isn't that drag? You put one behind your ear and then you go to the package store and it falls out on the counter.
It's upside down and backwards. That's all.
I know, but that's hard for my brain to see for some reason.
It even shows up on StreamYard the right way.
Does it? The StreamYard doesn't play. It's like, fuck you. Give me your chat the way it is. I don't understand your weird emoticons. Emoticon. What happened to emoticon? Nobody says emoticon anymore. They say emoji. What happened to the word emoticon? Does anybody have any information? Let's get to the bottom of this bill. See if they point it out.
Yeah, I don't know. Are they gonna?
I don't think so, but we can hope.
So, I mean, like, already, just that little bit knowing about the bill, you're like, I mean, I don't know anyone who's like, oh yeah, I have nothing. I obviously it's not about like having something to hide. It's about like having the right to have something hidden, right? Like people are like, oh, I have nothing to hide. I don't care. No, I don't want anybody in my business. Like,
It's none of your business.
Yeah. Like so that means that there's no privacy anywhere. You never have any privacy anywhere. And it just makes it all legal. It just means that it's legal for them to do all these things. And, so they're already intruding into our personal space. They're already like mining us for data. They're already doing all these things. And what's our benefit to that? Oh, the benefit is that they do it more to us. They just bend us right over. It's bullshit.
Bullshit.
So I'm not going to read all of this, but I'm going to have the links for you guys if you want to check those out. It's crazy. This shit is crazy.
I pity the fool who's going to search my porn history. Sometimes I watch gorilla muff porn just to torture my handler.
Oh my God.
That's what Salty said.
Of course Salty did.
And I believe him.
I believe it too. We should all watch odd things to mess with our handlers.
Yeah, exactly. You hear that, handlers? Don't look at me like that. I know I have.
We might misspell things on purpose. I have a little bit of torture, guys. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry in advance. I am. I'm sorry. I got Fox and I got Graham.
Oy, oy, oy.
I know. I'm sorry, but
On
this
the
is where the
same-
it says that's where he goes for his interviews.
All right.
What am I supposed to do?
You're
Like,
supposed to just, retch and gag a little while you watch, like everyone else.
okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. But that, I couldn't believe it. Like, his real. Oh wait, what are you talking about?
I don't think I support the Restrict Act.
You don't support this because you were named as one of the supporters, because this is garbage.
Is this the one with John? There's two bills out there. One allows a review of businesses that are connected to China, give the secretary the ability to protect our data. Is that the Restrict Act?
We got S686 right here,
Yeah.
March 7th.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a bunch of Republicans supporting it because this thing is crazy town. You don't want
Yeah.
the government looking into your private phone.
No, I don't.
If
And
they have a
can't.
hunch you're colluding with the Russians, we remember how that turned
that's
out.
Right. Yeah, no, well, the Constitution trumps a statute. So let me come back and, give you a better explanation. Here's the problem is
So wait, he's like, I don't know. I don't know. How come you're going on the show and they know more about something that you're supposedly supporting? Like, really? Like, what is happening? You idiot.
Lindsay, you dropped the ball.
You couldn't look it up real quick? Like, did they not give you a heads up what you were coming on the show for? You just like, yeah,
You're like,
I didn't do my homework. It just
study for these things.
Yeah, no, they don't study. They don't study. They don't even know what the bill is. It's the bill that we just looked over.
Because their handler will explain it to them.
Yeah, because they don't write these bills. They're told what to vote on. And it just shows his whole ass and how much of a puppet he is. All right, we're going to play this.
see it. China is the parent company of TikTok, and my nieces like TikTok. I don't mind them using TikTok. I just don't want the Chinese government to seize all their data and manipulate the information America sees for political purposes. China is helping drug cartels in Mexico. China is not a friend. Chinese espionage is an all-time high against American business interests. So I want to push back against China, but within a constitutional framework. You're right about that. So you made these allegations, and I'll come answer better next time.
All right, well, I mean, because on Congress.gov, you're listed as one of the co-sponsors of this thing. Maybe it's like Fetterman when your chief of staff
Could
does
be.
all your work for
Could
you.
be.
But, Senator, you got to go back and talk to these other senators about this. This thing is nuts, and it's going to get abused like it always does. So we got to clean this up.
So, yeah, I'm definitely going to push back against China being able to steer your data, but I want to do it in a constitutionally sound manner. So the problem...
It's about the constitutionally sound manner of it, not the fact that it's like you're getting called out by a newscaster and you don't know what but my grandkids like TikTok. Are you kidding me? How out of touch? How out of touch do you have to be?
You can't be, well,
If you're making decisions allegedly for people, then you should be the most informed person. It just shows that they're puppets.
Yeah.
problem is real with China, but the solution can be more damaging than the
I
problem.
agree.
Is sort of what you're telling me.
Don't
That's
push
what you're
back
telling me.
on the United States citizens
Yeah, no, I
for
understand what
something
you're saying.
China's doing. All
No,
right.
I totally get that. And constitutionally, we can't do all the things you just said. So let me get back with you, but let me just
You
end
get
with
back
this.
with me because you co-sponsored it 2 days ago.
Okay,
Senator.
all right.
But he doesn't know.
You don't know.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
2 days ago. That's a long time. You can't.
2 days.
You can't expect me to remember all the
Like,
things I
shit.
signed in 2 days.
My
That's the damn-
handlers didn't
I'm
tell
Lindsey
me.
Graham.
I mean, what?
Dog face pony mods in the house. All right. All right. Lindsey Graham is one of my favorite politicians because despite being a completely weird fucking man on the surface, just seeming like a really weird man, he absolutely almost never loses his cool. Very, very infrequently does he lose his cool, but when he does, it's hilariously entertaining. And he's just like most of the time just completely oblivious and hilariously entertaining, being completely oblivious and just as surprised to find out about how oblivious he is as you are. That's my favorite part about him. He's just like, he plays the dumb card as like perfectly.
I had to grab Angela's comment from over on the Rumble. Did you guys check out the Rumble?
Dig it.
Hmm?
Dig out the Rumble. The ladybug. Come see me and bring your dog. Come see me and get your good love.
That shit is just crazy. I mean,
Presidents of the United States of America, speaking of important people and bands, they have a song called Ladybug.
so
And Ladybug is
there's
great song.
there's a couple other bills that caught my attention. That were also, I don't know, my phone just went ding for me. I don't know what happened. Got distracted.
Bingo. We have a song called Cloaca. I don't know how you pronounce that.
So this is the S-1477. This is the Data Act. And this was introduced by Rick Scott, I believe. Let me just make sure that I'm on the right thing. Okay. And this is from 2021. This was when it was introduced in 4/29/2021. Yeah, it's Rick Scott, a Republican from Florida.
Rick. Shout out Rick Scott, Senator.
And so this is the Data and Algorithm Transparency Agreement Act, or the Data Act. This bill requires large websites and social networks to use algorithms for suggesting content to obtain express consent from their users before collecting and sharing their personal data. These websites must notify users of the requirement, including information about the type of data collected and the name of the third parties in which the data is shared. The bill provides or enforced by the Federal Trade Commission and a private right of action against the violator of the bill. Did that show up on there, the actions? And this was introduced on 4/29/2021, and I didn't see that was it so far.
Yeah, they don't, Normie stumbling in here. You're right, Little. They would be a little shell shocked and probably be, have for days afterwards be like, what were they talking about in that one chat room? Because it is a little out there for like we've been off the out of the mainstream bubble there for a few years now. So like anybody just stumbling out of that friggin' crazy, bombardment of fear every single day of your life. It's like, and then you stumble into a group of people that are just kind of like paying attention to actually the things that are happening, not just all the deception that they're feeding you.
Yeah, not the flashy deception, right? Like not the flashy stuff that like, oh, it's Trump. It's this, like Yeah, we're actually covering the things that are really gonna, that are really affecting people. That's what I like to think that we do.
Quit helping people.
Yeah.
Stop with your mutual aid nonsense.
Yeah.
Goddamn hippies. Freaking communists.
So this bill is a little bit different. This one is just sitting in there though. So this is something to keep our eyes on, because you have to remember, like, it's been the Democrats that have been in control. So that was just something I came across, and I was like, oh, we should be aware, aware that that's a thing, that's a
they
bill.
got all this shit planned already.
Yeah, they're gonna pass whatever they're gonna want, whatever they want. I have another one here. Pull it up for you. What? This one, for whatever reason, it doesn't have its number with it.
What, the bill?
Yeah. So this is a bill to provide clarification of non-applicability for regulation and prohibited. Oh my God, prohibition relating to sensitive personal data under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, and for other purposes. And this is from February 24th, 2023. Where is I found this? Okay. So Congress finds the following: on December 2nd, 2022, the director of the federal FBI, Christopher Wray, stated, "We do not have national security concerns about the app TikTok. Its parent company is controlled by the Chinese government, and it gives them the potential to leverage the app in ways that I think should concern us. One, it gives them the ability to control the recommendation algorithm, which allows them to manipulate content. And if they want to use it for influence operations, which are a lot more worrisome in the hands of the Chinese Communist Party than whether or not you're steering somebody as an influencer to one of the product or another." So they're like, yeah, but they're going to do the thing that we want to do. So they also have the ability to collect data in which users can be used for traditional espionage operations. For example, yeah, they're gonna mine the people dancing on TikTok. They also have the ability to get on it to get access. They have essentially access to the software, to devices. So you're talking about millions of devices that give them the ability to engage in different kinds of malicious cyber activity through that. And all of these things are in the hands of a government that doesn't share our values and that has a mission that's very much at odds with what's in the best interest of the United States, and that should concern us.
Yep. Because China, you have to be afraid. They're our enemy. They're plotting to take us over by,
and we're not saying that they're completely innocent and they're a perfect government or anything. We're not praising their government. I just want to clarify that right there, that this isn't like, oh, we're praising China's government and saying, no, we're not.
Because you don't want to do that. You know why? Because then you'll be a foreign adversary.
Then I'll be a foreign adversary and a conspiracy theorist.
That's right.
Damn it.
Twice, 2 times in one night, you're fired. I'm sorry, the internet just fired you because of rules and chain.
Well, I'm not. We don't get paid besides our Patreons. So on December 3rd, 2022, the Director of National Intelligence said it's extraordinary the degree of which China in particular, they are not the only ones, obviously, are developing frameworks for collecting foreign data and pulling it in their capacity and turning it around and using it to target audiences for information campaigns or other things, but also have it for the future. So they can use it on a variety of means that they're interested in.
Future. Yes.
So they're like genuinely like, oh yeah, you know, this has been in the works for a while, because this is from 2022. And then, you know, Bill Burns stated that he thinks it's a genuine concern for the U.S. government in the sense that it becomes a parent company of TikTok is a Chinese company, the Chinese government. Like, it's like, do they talk about like, oh, it's a U.S. company, it's a U.S. government? Do other people talk like that about us as a country, like things that are the United States? I really wonder.
I hope so.
Like, is that a normal thing? We're all people on this planet that we have to share.
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
Fuck sharing. Rob Halford told Little that the electric eye in the sky was coming for me. It looks like he was right.
Oh my God. What?
God loved the Judas priests.
And, you know, at the same time, one of the platforms that we're streaming to right now, YouTube, is in like, you know, they're completely like, no, we want the TikTok algorithm. We want to know what their algorithm is because it's so successful and they want that information.
We want to know. Shh, don't say it. You're saying the thing. You're saying the thing on YouTubes. And we're also on Facebook.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
You put me on Facebook?
You're going to be fired for sure.
Why would you put me on Facebook and talking about this?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my gosh. I don't even know the last time I was on Facebook.
We're living on the edge tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
We are. We're on the edge. We're talking about this data. We're talking about what they're doing. So all this information, once again, will be in the show notes so that you can, you know, also.
So you can also be pissed off about stuff.
So you can be pissed off and informed. Because, like, nothing's better than being informed and being pissed off.
Except for being blissfully unaware, which I highly endorse. Except for being blissfully unaware. It's also the best. That's your best second option. Either be highly informed and pissed off or just blissfully unaware and, you know, fuck it.
Guys, Angela needs some company. Whoever
what the
is
hell's going
watching
on?
on Rumble, can you guys give Angela some company?
Hey, I'm over here talking to myself, answering myself. Third parties are coming in. Please send help.
Angela needs some love. Steve, why aren't you
I'm
the
in
chat
there
with Angela?
I'm gonna chat with Angela because she's all alone over there. People care.
Is.
Has no one got a heart?
I give her a heart, actually.
You monsters. You YouTubeists. YouTubeists. Says there's 13 people watching over here now. So I don't know. I don't know. I think people are watching, but they're typing in the YouTubes. It's a trick.
People don't type as much on the Rumble. It's not as much of a chatty thing. That's
Also,
okay.
because heroin makes you feel wonderful, and that and the fact that that it makes you blissfully unaware is the double whammy of that one.
Okay.
Lady Alex said that's why people blissfully unaware. That's why people love heroin,
Oh.
And I'm like,
See, well, you can't just like start talking and answering something that no one else knows what you're talking about.
Everybody knows that's reading the chat.
No, not everyone's in the same chat.
Everyone knows.
That would only work if you're in that particular chat.
Fine. Your reason confounds me.
What do you mean? So this is the differences between the Restrict Act and the No TikTok on U.S. Devices Act, which is the second one. I thought I had that one up there. For some reason, I don't know if I did. So the Senate bill is the Digital Patriot Act one, to punish and to control Americans, gives the government free reign to censor information and go after anyone, lets the government access everything, your computers, video games, even your ring lights, and allows the government to deem any foreign country an adversary without telling Congress. Nothing could go wrong there, right? If the feds deem that you violated the rules, they can sentence you to 20 years in jail and make you pay $1 million in fines and take away your property. Now, this says that the House bill just bans TikTok on U.S. government phones and devices, requires DNI report on threats to U.S. national security possessed by TikTok, including the ability to the CCP to access U.S. user data and personal information. The CCP's use of the U.S. data and intelligence or military purposes like surveillance, micro-targeting, deepfakes, or blackmail. Efforts by the Chinese government to spy on American citizens using the data access via TikTok. I don't think either of it's good. I don't like any of it. Can we go there? Yeah. I don't think we need it. I think we need to have, a digital bill of rights. That's something I feel like we need to have. We need to be protected. We need to have a bill of rights. We need to, we need to have our speech protected. We need to be able to say the things whether or not the government agrees with us or not. Like, it is our right.
For a minute.
I don't want a handful of people deciding for the entire country what's right or wrong, as they have Julian Assange locked up in a prison. I mean, it is, right? It's going to make people want to just go to TikTok.
Oh, yeah. Every time they fucking do it, the numbers grow.
Do it? Is it really?
Yeah, every single time.
Tell us you can't do it. What are you people going to do? They're going to go and do it. And what are they doing? They're giving data away for free to TikTok.
Stuffed with cheese.
Ew. Right, Great Walker. Patriot Act, no problem. Manufacturer consent, who cares? Ban TikTok, revolution.
Exactly. Enough is enough.
People know what they're addicted to.
Yep.
I mean, it's like, how far are people willing to let things go? Where is the breaking point? And you know what's crazy? Everybody's TikTok is completely different. Steve's TikTok, completely different than mine.
Uh-huh.
Completely different. He gets weird shit. And if you click on something like it really, you are voting. If you stay on a video, if you like a video, they have that algorithm down where they're going to fine tune that for you.
Yeah, it's like if you you see one cute girl with big boobs and you click on it, every one of the girls you see is going to have big boobs, and they're going to just keep jamming them down your throat.
Yeah, okay, Steve.
That's what they do.
If you look
at weird mystical people doing fucking telekinesis through the TikTok and offering people blessings and doing weird hand signals and stuff, you click on one of those videos, you're gonna have 10 of them tomorrow. That's how that thing works. It just fucking compounds whatever it is you watch for more than a minute.
Steve told me there was all these weird people on TikTok like doing that, and I'm like, what do you mean? I've never seen that before.
Bella's like, I'll take that risk, Steve.
Jermaine said, we don't need any bills of rights. There's no reason anyone else should have any effect on how you live. But the Bill of Rights is to protect you from the government overreaching like they are with these bills.
Popeye, if you get TikTok, your feed, I can't even imagine. It's gonna be just all, you know, titties,
boobs and butts,
titties and just, you know, they're relentless. I don't think they have testicle vids yet.
Oh,
because that is really specific, Lady Alex.
What?
She's like, I want testicle vids. Popeye's like, tell me of the titty vids you speak.
Oh my God, John Kemper. Oh, he said, I went on and little girls started sending me invites. It's for Mr. Ritter. Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gnarly. It's a weird landscape to navigate.
I think the thing is that the people that do care and that want to have a revolt are the people that are stuck in jobs where they can't miss a day of work, so they don't have the opportunity or the means to be able to get out there and really, like, you know, meaningfully strike, because they don't have the means to do that. And the people that have the means to do that and can just take, you know, time off, it doesn't matter to them.
They're indifferent.
They're indifferent because it's not affecting them in the same way. And that's the difference of what's happening.
And that's the only way that the mutual aid works, is the haves help the have-nots. And that's it.
Yeah. If we have the people that have something, if they help with mutual aid and they help the people that are less fortunate or need to be less fortunate at the moment to help the collective, that's how we get it. That's how it works. But we need people that have the means to help the people that don't. And that mutual aid is going to be the only way that we would be able to do it, is if we are going to support each other through it. Because nobody's going to stick their neck out there just so that they can become homeless themselves. They're going to just keep going with the grind. And that's just a fact of the matter. If we can't help and support the people that don't have the means to do it, then, you know, we can't expect that people are just going to, like, you know, put themselves out there in that way, you know, because they're in survival mode.
That's why it's never happened.
And that's why, besides the fact that our air, our food, our water, and our medicine is what? What do I say all the time? It's poisoned. It is poisoned. It's crazy. It's crazy. Little wanted to remind you, Steve, that Steve and Cutoff singing "She's My Cherry Pie," washing Lucky's van.
Oh my God. Let's not remind anybody about that.
Oh my God.
Let's try not to.
Hashtag FYP. If you know what this means, you've been on TikTok too much. I don't. I might know what that is. I don't know though.
FYP.
Is it for your pleasure? Or I don't know. We could use some mutual aid.
See
A pick?
pick over there. Thank you.
Oh, I pick you too.
I pick you.
I pick you.
No, I picked you first.
Steve did. He picked me.
I picked you with the yellow pick.
He did. He picked me though, guys. He did. He picked me. He tracked me down. He stalked me a little bit. Not like it. But he did pick me. And what did I tell you, Steve? At first I said no.
She did. But she meant yes.
He knew it. He knew he meant. He's like he knew I meant yes. Are we doing a song break before we watch some Rand Paul and Holly?
Oh, Rand.
This is what this is. I'm talking about it currently about the bill, and you know, I'm just showing that Rand Paul has had consistency, at least with the Patriot Act, and calling this out.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I see. Well, that Rand and Josh. Rand and Josh. All right, this one's for them. I see the crystal raindrops fall and the beauty of it all. And the sun comes shining through. Make those rainbows in my mind. When I think of you sometimes, I want to spend some time with you. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us, you and I. Just the two of us, building castles in the sky. Just the two of us, you and I. We look for love, no time for tears. Wasted water's all that is, and it don't make no flowers grow. Good things might come to those who wait, but not for those who wait too late. We got to go for all we know. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us, you and I. Just the two of us, building castles in the sky. Just the two of us, you and I hear the crystal raindrops fall in the window down the hall, and it becomes the morning dew. Darling, when the morning comes, when I see the morning sun, I want to be the one with you. Just the two of us,
We can make it if we try, just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky, just the two of us, you and I. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us, you and I. Just the two of us, you and I.
Josh and Rand. All right. Well, Grover Washington Jr. You went to a Grover Washington Jr. concert? You son of a... Damn it, Lady Alex. You've seen all the good stuff. Damn it.
You were aggravated progressive.
Huh?
Lucky's game, lucky tonight. Lady Alex, who sings this?
Grover Washington Jr. Yeah. She said she went to one of his shows.
What she asked if it was Bill Withers.
Was it Bill Withers? No, Jeffrey Osborne also covered it. Is Lucky the kind of burrito that has both ends folded or one end open?
All right. I'm gonna mute and so we can play these gentlemen.
Okay.
We should target this threat specifically. That's what this bill does that we have before us today. It goes right at the problem. It bans TikTok in this country. It protects the American people. And it sends the message to communist China that you cannot buy us. And so I ask unanimous consent that the Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs be discharged from further consideration of S-85 and the Senate proceed to its immediate consideration. I further ask that the bill be considered read a third time and passed, and that the motion to reconsider be considered made and laid upon the table.
Is there an objection?
Madam President,
Senator from Kentucky.
reserving the right to object. There are two main reasons why we might not want to do this. The one would be the First Amendment to the Constitution. Speech is protected whether you like it or not. The second reason would be is that the Constitution actually prohibits bills of attainder. You're not allowed to have a specific bill against a person or a company. So this fails on two egregious points, pretty obvious points, and I think we ought to think about that. I think we should beware of those who peddle fear. I think we should beware of those who use fear to coax Americans to relinquish our liberties, to regulate and limit our First Amendment rights. Every accusation of data gathering that's been attributed to TikTok could also be attributed to domestic big tech companies. In fact, one of the bills they're looking at doing is broad enough that the president will be given the power to designate whatever country he sees fit to be an adversary and whatever company underneath that definition. It would basically be a limitless authority for the president to ban speech. If Republicans want to continuously lose elections for a generation, they should pass this bill to ban TikTok, a social media app used by 150 million people, primarily young Americans. This brilliant strategy comes while polls indicate that 71% of young women and men, 53% of young men voted for a Democrat candidate for Congress. Admittedly, many Democrats have joined Republicans in calling for this ban, but like most issues, the blame will stick to the Republicans more. The Republican strategy to ban TikTok comes simultaneously with GOP complaints of domestic social media companies canceling and censoring conservatives. Without a hint of irony, many of these same conservatives now rail against censorship while advocating for censorship against social media apps they worry are influenced by the Chinese. Before banning TikTok, these censors might want to discover that China already bans TikTok. Do we really want to emulate Chinese speech bans? Aren't we the ones that say it's wrong for China to ban speech, so we're going to be just like China and ban speech we're afraid of? The Vice President of FreedomWorks, John Tam,
I mean, I agree with him, right? Like, this is fucking crazy. Like, yeah, let's be like, let's shit on them for doing this, and then let's do it ourselves. Like, that's somehow logical.
Well, you know, being hypocritical is a fine art, only mastered by some of the best politicians.
It's insane. Yeah, and where is everybody else? Where is everybody else on this? Why isn't this like, you know? Oh, but for sure as hell they'll be screaming about Trump, but not this. And that just shows you what is more important.
Suppose you're an idiot, and then suppose you're a member of Congress. But I repeat myself, aren't we?
Hey, Norman. Good to see you. I said to Norman one day, I'm like, yeah, you never blocked me or anything like that, you know? Or he said something like, yeah, I never blocked Lucky Burrito or something. And I thought that was so cute. Was Norman, if he doesn't like you, you're not going to see him. Sorry, guys. Yes, we love Norman. He leaves me great comments after the video, so he'll leave me timestamps and like exactly what he was thinking at that timestamp. Cracks me up. So, just want to let you guys know. I'm blocked by all of the RBN members except for JB. And at one point they all followed me, including their main page. But yeah, everybody has blocked me over there except for JB. He's still holding out.
He's still holding out hope.
Like, I don't know. I didn't even interact with, like, I think Rome was the last one, and I didn't even interact with him, like, at all. I don't know what happened. He must have
just been like, wait a second, why am I still following this? What the hell?
Yeah, John, they all blocked me. Yep.
Oh well. I'd like to extend the invitation for anyone who has us blocked or wants to block us.
No, Shonda didn't block me.
Please come on.
She isn't.
Let's all talk.
She left the group chat and told us to block each other.
Yeah.
She told Steve and I like we should just block each other and stuff like that, and we're like, we don't like just block people like that. Like even if I don't agree with people, I don't just block them like that. But
yeah, it's really a stupid thing to block people over.
Anyway. If you're talking about on Twitter, you have the option to mute somebody.
Yeah.
Where you just like don't see their stuff, like, or you know what I mean, like if it's somebody that's muted, it will just say like this is from somebody you muted and you can see it or not see it. It doesn't make somebody go away. You know what I mean? That person's still there. So it's kind of weird. I'm also blocked by a bunch of other like, I don't know, like shitlibs, Anna Kasparian and stuff. Yeah. Miguel, that's what the Oz and Shonda both said to us. That we should just block each other.
Yeah. That was silly. I thought they were being really silly about the whole thing. The entire thing that happened was like completely it's so much time has gone by and everything. Like really, we can't just like be adults and grown-ups, and we can't be friends now because you guys reacted that way when someone fucking called you on your shit. Okay, that's stupid.
Yeah, like I'm blocked by like Anna Kasparian and like what's his face from the lever or the lever or whatever the fuck it is, Sorota. Sorota's got me blocked, like and RBN people besides JB, and I'm trying to think like who am I blocked by? It's mostly people like that. So yeah, that's it. I don't know what that really, where we got on that tangent, but
I don't know.
Let's get back to the video.
Perhaps describe this situation best. Nauseating harassment of TikTok presumes Americans will be saved from Chinese authoritarianism if U.S. politicians act like Chinese authoritarians. We're going to be saved from speech if we ban it in our country. My goodness, could we think of anything more antithetical to the freedom of speech? Well, go to the app. They say, oh, the app's full of propaganda and your young people will be dancing into communism. Well, go to the app and search for Falun Gong, the anti-communist religious sect that is persecuted in China. Go to TikTok and search for videos advocating Taiwan's independence, criticism of Chinese President Xi Jinping. Videos are all over TikTok that are critical of official Chinese positions. That's why TikTok is banned in China. Do we want to follow China's lead in banning speech? We should not let fear of communism to cause us to ignore our First Amendment protections of speech. This legislation violates not only the First Amendment of those who own TikTok, many of whom are actually Americans, not Chinese, but it also violates the First Amendment rights of the millions of young Americans who use this social media app. I asked the American people, do you want Joe Biden to be your censor? Do you want to give unlimited power to any president, regardless of party, to decide who is our adversary and which countries, and then which countries? There's not even a list of what percentage. What if the Chinese own 1% of a company or 10% of a company? One of the bills before us would allow the Department of Commerce to decide. There's 5 countries they list that are adversaries. These are big countries that have a lot of interaction with our country already. Decide which country, in addition to the 5. The Department of Commerce can designate a country as an adversary, but then they can designate a company. But there's no specific. Do the new people that are designated to be an adversary have to own 100% of the company, 50% of the company, 1% of the company? This is a crazy gift of power to one person. And I don't care which party they're in, it's a huge mistake.
So I agree with him with that. Lady Alex, John is asking Lady Alex if she threatened an RBN member. Can you help with that, please?
No, what?
Is he on him? Or just behind him? Leo doesn't always share very well.
Lay down.
He's like, what? What happened? So there's another one of these. Let me just pull it up.
Leo. Come on, Bill.
Oh, whoops! I gotta do this a certain way, or else it doesn't work. All right, let me pull this up. and do that.
Okay. If you guys are
Sorry, it's a little wonky getting this over here for you. There we go. So here's a little bit more of that situation. Let me mute us and play it.
Madam President.
Senator from Missouri.
Madam President, I have never before heard on this floor a defense of the right to spy. I didn't realize that the First Amendment contained a right to espionage. The senator from Kentucky mentions the Bill of Rights. I must have missed the right of Chinese governments to spy on Americans in our Bill of Rights, because that's what we're talking about here. The senator from Kentucky can watch as many dance videos as he wants. I have no objection to that. Could watch them on this floor for all I care. Fine. What I object to is the Communist Chinese Party using this app on Americans' phones to spy on Americans without their consent. The senator says that Americans can simply not use this app, just turn it off. That's not the case. If you turn it off, it continues to collect information. You don't get to consent. TikTok doesn't ask you, do you want to share your information? It takes it. It doesn't ask you for permission to track your location. It takes it. It doesn't ask you for permission to share it with the Communist Chinese Party. It just does it. That's the problem. Scour the Constitution, scour the First Amendment. I promise you, you won't find any right to espionage. You won't find any right to spy. And this novel right that the senator thinks he has discovered for Americans to be spied upon, I've never heard of such a thing in the history of this country. I'm astounded to learn that Americans have the right to be spied upon. So not only does China apparently get the right to spy in the First Amendment, Americans have the inalienable right to be spied upon and have all of their data taken from them. That apparently is democracy. That's not democracy. That is the abuse of our laws, the abuse of our economy, the abuse of our people by a foreign government. Again, watch dance videos to your heart's content, but spy on Americans, that's where we have to draw the line.
Yeah, because like he pointed out, there's not other tech agent, like other tech companies spying on us, right? Like that's not happening. Otherwise, right? Like that's just
yeah.
Let me add this next one. It's just insane. Like it just and like Lady Alex points out exactly, they're showing they're showing the transparency of what they're doing. They make it so obvious that they have an agenda that they think is just that they're gonna push on the people. And they're going to pretend like it's about TikTok. They're so focused on it being about TikTok. Yeah, they can, exactly, Gray Walker. They can get all this information right from Facebook, from Twitter, from like all the other apps that we have. Bella says spying on our cute cats is where I draw the line.
Yes. Enough is enough, damn you.
Yes.
Quit looking at my
Good
cat.
night, Popeye. All right, I'm going to mute us and get back to this.
But in the end, the American people don't want to be treated as commodities to be bought and sold. Because make no mistake, it's the American people who are being bought and sold here by TikTok. They're being sold to the Chinese Communist Party for influence and money. They're being sold for the wishes and the whims of Beijing. And they're being lied to every step of the way. I'll yield to the senator from Florida.
Madam President, I would just want to add to this
Senator
debate.
from Florida is recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. There's just a couple points I want to address. I was watching in the office. I'm not here to make a motion or anything, but this is an important topic, and I'm glad we don't do this enough, which is this back and forth. So I'll be brief. The first is this is not a First Amendment issue because we're not trying to ban booty videos. I don't know if there's a better term for it, but that's not what we're trying to ban. This is not about the content of the videos that are online. It is about the dangers to the national security that are presented by the way that this company functions. And that's what people don't understand and what I think we owe people an explanation on. Okay, the reason why TikTok and all the social media companies for that matter are addictive is two. They collect a tremendous amount of data on the individual user, not just what you're doing, but what you're doing across the platform, your pictures, everything. They want to learn as much, but not just because some guy's sitting there reading all this stuff. They feed it into an algorithm.
But in the end,
Unmuted. Go ahead.
They obviously are addictive because of booty videos. You can't watch booty videos and then not be addicted to booty videos. Come on, man. Come on, Jack. What? I'm sorry. Did I interrupt the video again?
No.
Booty videos. Show the rat's ass. That's what we're talking about.
And that's not what's on TikTok. It's not all booty videos, unless you're,
Unless you click on a booty video.
if you click
If
on
you click
one,
on a booty video, you're going to have a whole bunch of booty video.
then
That's how it works.
you're gonna get that.
We just went over that.
But the thing is that see, I don't get those videos. I get ones on like, what herbs to pick for what medicinal purposes, like ways cool like, clothing things and art things and stuff like that. I don't get the booty video because I didn't click on that. So like the algorithm's gonna feed you what you click on, what you desire, or what you accidentally clicked on.
If you want booty video, they got plenty of booty video.
Yeah, like if you want to see cats, just click on a couple cat videos. You will be curated a thread of cats.
If you like beardo guys that play guitar and sing, if you click on one, I'll probably pop up.
Yes. So I mean, it really depends. Yeah, it really, really depends. So I have one more to play in here for you guys. And I wish that there was more discussion on every bill. I wish every bill was short and sweet and to the point where it would just be easy for us to be able to break down a bill and say, listen, this is what we found in the bill. This is what we like. This is what we don't like, and have a robust debate and actually have some democracy. But that's not how this government works. It's not how the U.S. government works. Although they like to shit on other governments for how they work. Ours doesn't work the way that they portray it.
Agencies or panels to determine what speech would be acceptable. And if you're not putting enough conservatives on there, by golly, we're going to have a government commission that's going to determine what kind of content gets on there. These are scary ideas. Don't succumb to fear. Don't give up our freedoms. Don't say that, oh my goodness, we're going to ban 150 million Americans. This isn't just about the company. This is about the rights of 150 million Americans to get their content. You're restricting what they can do, and you're restricting what they can use, all with innuendo. Everything that's been said about, oh, this is a channel and a funnel to the government. These are all to the Chinese government. These are all conjecture. These are all things they're saying happen. As far as the sale of the company, I don't think we should force them to sell, but I do believe in a heartbeat they could be sold. They're located in the Cayman Islands. They're incorporated in the Cayman Islands, and they can be sold at any minute. I don't think we should force them to sell. The majority of the shareholders are not Chinese. The two engineers that developed it are, but to say that the algorithm has to reside in China and is in one tiny place and isn't anywhere else is a simplistic notion of the way technology works. The company has bent over backwards to work with our government to try to set up something that would be reasonable, including more government oversight. So I, for one, will say that I will continue to defend the First Amendment, and those who believe that the First Amendment doesn't protect this speech are in the wrong, and they'll find that out when the Supreme Court rules on this. I object.
I agree with him. So right now, as of right now, he am I on the screen?
Till he has it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
Norman said, read my lips. No new laws.
yeah.
No new taxes.
So I think we're walking a fine line here when it's coming to this. You know, if we don't push back, then they're gonna just have free range and free access. When you give the government anything, they take your liberties away.
They literally just invented themselves some rules to control you.
Yeah.
That they're trying to implement right now.
They want access and like to the data so they can spy legally. You know, they want to get you for pre-crime. They want to get you before it happens. They want to they'll have an out. They want to have and like the fact that they want to they want to do like a pause on AI. Like big tech people are saying this, and I'm like, AI has been running shit for a long time. We covered before on the show how they have a AI algorithm called Aladdin that they used during the 2008 market crash, and they geared that algorithm to benefit who? Not the ordinary people.
Hedge fund.
And that algorithm is responsible, and it's what all these they all use it. It's all fake, and they do it to play these games and oppress people. It's really insane. Does anybody actually need a suit and tie for any purpose besides the fact that it's clothing? Do we actually have to ever wear a suit and tie?
Well, if we expect a little,
but do we actually need one?
I don't. I've gotten by without one for 54, 55 years ish.
I got a tie we have a fancy tie.
I have a couple ties.
We have ties. I have a lot of ties.
I'm gonna have to incorporate
because I'm gonna make ties. I'm gonna use ties to make clothing.
I'm thinking about upgrading my my newscaster persona.
We have that tie-dye tie. I have a skeleton tie.
I have a Garcia tie. Absolutely.
We have some Grateful Dead ties. Yeah, we have probably 3 of them. Because I think you came with some. And I think I had one. But anyway, totally off. But I just feel like we need to, keep our eye on this, really, pressure them, write to them. It's really easy to find these guys, just doing a quick search of them. You can find their offices and all their public information. I'm not telling anybody to go get private information, publicly available information, because they are public officials. You can write to them. You can, tweet at them. You can tag them. You can, however you want to do it. Maybe get their attention. Maybe if enough people make enough noise. I don't know what else to do, but doing nothing isn't going to work.
That's hasn't worked so far. Also, those are all things that you can do. Here's another thing you can do. If you're in the possession of a newscaster looking hair, send it to me, because I'll wear it.
Oh my gosh, Steve wants newscaster hair.
I need newscaster. I used to have newscaster hair, to be fair, when I was younger. Then it all fell out. It started growing on my back and in my ears. For some reason. I don't know. I think it's normal. But seriously, can you see me? Like I want to do get the proper Ron Burgundy-esque vibe going with my newscasting. If I'm gonna do it serious, it's gonna be somewhere between Edwin R. Murrow and Ron Burgundy and Ron Jeremy. He was an excellent newscaster. He was a weatherman.
I was feeling really depressed today because there's just so much happening, and I was like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna? I'm like, I have these things that I've been looking into, and I'm always researching something, and I'm like, oh, I just want to have some good news. Can we have some good news? Can I I wonder if I could make a whole stream on good news. And I was like, yeah, I probably could, but that would be really hard.
Oh, Bella gave you a spooky balloon. I don't know if that was a kind gesture or he was warning you that Pennywise would be around the corner.
Maybe because I said I was a little just feeling down, depressed. So yeah. I think that's what that
was. It gives you a luft balloon.
So I was looking for something positive, and I wanted to share a positive story, even though it didn't start out positive. But maybe this is something that's helpful. So
I'm hopeful.
Florida Aquarium is to release an orca after more than 50 years in captivity.
How do you think the orca feels about this? He's like, nah, I'm homeless. Great. Thanks.
Oh, that's not nice.
It's like, what the fuck? I fucking worked for you people for all these years, and you just throw me out in the wild?
No, I said, oh my god.
Who's gonna
I wasn't expecting that.
How's the guy supposed to get fish now?
I didn't. Oh
holy mackerel! I'm homeless. That's what he was saying.
Maybe this should have been one of your news stories, maybe, Steve. Maybe. Maybe we should have Steve cover this separately, and you guys can weigh in on what you feel. Okay. All right. So March 30th, Reuters. A Florida aquarium has reached a deal with animal welfare advocates to release Lolita. Is it Lolita?
Come on.
A 5,000-pound killer whale held in captivity for more than half a century. Officials said on Thursday.
What, they got him when she was 12 or something? Why is her name Lolita? I don't get it.
I don't know.
And how does Willie feel about freeing Lolita?
I don't
Maybe
know.
Willie and Lolita can make a family.
Yeah.
A little whale
family. So the Seaquarium said it reached a binding agreement with a nonprofit Friends of Lolita to return the whale, who recently retired from performances.
Wait a second. The name of the thing is what?
Lolita?
Nonprofit Friends of Lolita. Is this a Jeffrey Epstein fucking organization? What is happening right now? There's too many
What
entendres
the
going on.
fuck
in
is
this fucking
happening?
story.
Now it's freaking me out. Oh my god! I didn't even think of it as a Lolita. No, this is wrong.
Oh,
This is wrong. Why would they do that? Oh, nothing can ever
they're
be
just
named
into young
Lolita
whales.
again.
It's nothing personal.
Oh my god! So they retired
That's
from
what I was just saying, man.
performances
Stop it, Miguel.
to an ocean habitat in the Pacific Northwest within 2 years. Lolita, a 57-year-old orca captured in 1970 in a cove off of Seattle, is also known as Toki. I think I'm saying that right. Toki, Toki. A name that is short for the whale's Native American name of Tokanate.
Tokenate. It means Lolita. Tokenate.
Stop! The Miami Herald reported a plan to return Lolita to her natural habitat requires federal approval, according to the newspaper. So the process to return Lolita to her home waters was years in the making, beginning with the transfer of the aquarium's ownership to the dolphin company, Miami-Dade County Major Daniela Levine.
Oh, man.
And Cava said, and stop a news conference. The company later partnered with nonprofit to provide medical care to the whale. What are you saying over there?
Salty says the poor whale got kicked out of her studio apartment. Now she'll turn to the streets to start selling her whale pussy by the pound.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Is blowhole sex dangerous? Bella asks.
Oh!
Asking for a friend.
Oh my god, you guys. Oh.
Any old orifice will do, right?
Oh, no, I don't
Is
know.
that your dorsal fin, or you just happen to see me?
Oh my gosh, you guys, you made this into that. Okay. Finding a better future for Lolita is one of the reasons that motivated us to acquire the Miami Seaquarium. The Dolphin Co-Chief Executive Elder Albert said in a statement.
Lolita came from Miami, FLA.
She got
hitchhiked her way across the USA. Sorry. And all the colored whales say, do, 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 do. I'm sorry. All the domestic whales say, do, 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 do.
So the push for this came after the 2013 documentary Blackfish that highlighted the captivity of orcas. Animal rights advocates for years fought unsuccessfully in court to obtain Lolita's freedom under the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration, added orcas to the endangered species list in 2015. Killer whales are highly social animals and have no natural predators and can live up to 80 years. Well, I mean, I hope that she's not going to be by herself.
Yeah, no, hope she's like, kicking it with some other whales and, has a good old time out there in the wild and isn't just like, completely fucking, agoraphobic and shit now, and like forced to live out in the ocean, homeless.
Well, I mean, I don't think she could be homeless if she's in the ocean, but like, is she going to be able to survive? Is she going to be going up to boats looking for food?
I hope they were, letting her figure out how to.
Is her fin
eat
curved? Because that happens to them. Is she going to be able to swim properly and defend herself?
don't know.
I just hope this is I want her. I think it's better that she is, no matter what, that she doesn't die in captivity. But yeah. Oh, you guys are awful. Oh my god.
Yeah.
You guys are bad. I'm not reading any more of those comments.
That's the Lolita fucking whale.
I'm like, okay.
Are you sure this doesn't have anything to do with Jeffrey Epstein?
Do you want to play us another song, Steve?
Sure.
Oh, somebody gave us a thumbs down
Aw.
on Rumble.
Aw.
Somebody didn't like what we were saying. Oh, that's okay.
That's all right.
Thanks for stopping by and interacting.
Thanks for clicking the button.
Yeah.
Even if it was the other one.
Whatever.
All right, I figured I'd do a little country ditty here in a reggae style. Or bluegrass Rastafarian if you prefer. First thing I remember knowing was a lonesome whistle blowing and a youngin's dream of growing up to ride on a freight train leaving town, not knowing where I'm bound. Yeah, no one could change my mind, but Mama tried. One and only rebel child from a family meek and mild. Yeah, Mama seemed to know what lay in store. Despite all my Sunday learning, toward the bad I just kept on turning until Mama couldn't hold me anymore. And I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steer me right, but Mama tried. Mama tried. Mama tried to raise me better, but her pleading I denied. And that leaves no one for me to blame, 'cause Mama tried to do everybody now. Dear old daddy, rest his soul. He left my mama heavy load, and she tried so very hard to fill his shoes. Working hours without rest, wanted me to have the best. Yeah, she tried to raise me right, but I refused. I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steer me right, but Mama tried. Mama tried to raise me better, but her pleading I denied. That leaves no one but me to blame, 'cause Mama tried.
and I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steer me right, but Mama tried. Mama tried to raise me better, but her pleading I denied. And that leaves no one for me to blame, 'cause Mama tried. And that leaves no one for me to blame, 'cause Mama tried. All right. That was a song. I did the song.
You did it.
I did it. Over the years, you have been hunted by the men who throw harpoons, and in the long run will kill you just to feed pets we raise and the flowers in your vase and make the lipstick in your face. Yes.
Hey,
Bella is poetic.
so don't forget to hit that like button.
Hey,
for
everybody,
us.
did you hit the like button? Don't forget the like button. If you forgot already, just hit it again. Just do it some more till it sticks. Get it, hit that button, smash it. I like how people say smash that like button, because like the intensity of you clicking has no dynamic at all. It's exactly the same every time. You may want it to be clicked harder, but you cannot click harder. Like, click me harder, daddy. Whoa.
That was, yeah. I had to come over here so I could see
Intensity.
what was our poll at. What happened to the poll? Oh, I've signed in as you over here.
That's why.
I can't see the poll. Let me switch.
Well, that's some kind of crazy high-tech bougie keyboard, Bella. It's like my keyboard is velocity sensitive.
I want to see about the poll.
And I love Bukowski too. That son of a bitch.
Okay. Did everybody vote? We had 24 votes, so I'm thinking that everybody probably voted. So the question was, is the Trump indictment a distraction from the Restrict Act, aka TikTok bill?
Wait, what was the question again? Am I distracted right now? Yes.
Is the Trump indictment a distraction from the Restrict
Every
Act?
time you say the word
TikTok.
Trump, I get distracted. I'm sorry, what was it again? Right, who doesn't love Bukaki, huh? That's not what we said. We're talking about Charles Henry.
All right, so I'm going to end the poll. If everybody voted, I'm sure.
That's right. Squirrel.
Where did it go? Where did the poll
Poll
go?
complete. 24 votes. It says, is the Trump indictment a distraction from the Restrict Act TikTok bill? 87% say yes. 12% say no.
Yeah, but where did it go? I wanted to show it.
I don't know. I still see it. It's still there.
It didn't show it for me.
Well, that's because you're over there. I don't know what that means.
Maybe I gotta sign in as you to see the poll. Why wouldn't it show me the results?
No, it should show you too. Actually, when you sign in as me over there, you have a choice of being you or me. If you look at the chat.
What?
Because I'll have both of our profiles to choose from down there usually.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, so now I see it. So 87% said yes, that it's a distraction, and 12% said no. Interesting. I like doing the polls. They're fun. It's fun to see what you guys think. Aggravated Progressive said, my squirrels are surprisingly polite. They don't eat my wires, but jazz hands for peanuts. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, there was a squirrel playing with a basketball on Twitter, and it was the cutest thing ever. I agree, Miguel. I think that that's a distraction, and then also there's going to be this Trans Day of vengeance, is called.
Yeah, that's what they're calling it.
And that's going on Saturday in DC. And I'm like, I think that, you know, they might not be psyops or anything like that to begin with, but they're definitely, the people doing the psyops are opportunistic. They will take whatever opportunity they have.
Vicky Adams says, I don't do polls anymore since Cambridge Analytica.
It's okay. It's okay. That's funny. Oh, that makes me laugh like every time I see the little hand with the little. I don't know why. Yeah, Salty, I would like to know more. If you know what's going on with the polls and everything, I definitely want to know more about that. Now you're on Twitter, you can hit me up directly. Let me know. So I'm interested in that. I'm interested in like just learning about everything. So, all right. Steve, do you have anything else that you wanted to talk to the people about?
No. I don't think so. Do you? Do you?
Well, I mean, I always have things to talk about, but
Well, quit talking about shit. I'm gonna play another song and I will be done.
okay.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Yeah, I like having a music break between all the craziness of the world. You know, it helps.
How about what was I saying? Damn, I just lost my train of thought completely and fully on that one. Weird.
If you're not subscribed, you should check out Steve Cutler Live. The links will be in the show notes.
Yeah, go join on my TikTok. Go join on my TikTok before they say you can't be on a TikTok no more.
Yeah,
That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna be like, no TikTok for you. But I just got 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, you have to have 1,000 subscribers on TikTok to be able to stream.
Yeah, you can't live stream on there unless you got 1,000. But you can buy that money for like $80 or something.
Yeah, we're not buying subscribers.
No, I ain't got fucking $80 to fucking give anybody for nothing at this point.
It's crazy though, 1,000 subscribers.
Little boxes on the hillside, little boxes made of ticky-tacky, little boxes all the same. There's a green one, a pink one, a blue one, yellow
one, and all made out of ticky-tacky, and they all look just the same. And the people in the houses all go to the university, and they all get put in boxes, little boxes all the same. There's doctors and lawyers and business executives, and they all get put in boxes. They come out just the same. And they all play on the golf course, and they drink their martini dry, and they all have pretty children. And the children go to school, and the children go to summer camp, then on to the university, and they all get put in boxes, and they come out just the same. And the boys go into business, marry and raise a family, and they all get put in boxes, then they look just the same. And there's a green one, and a pink one, and a blue one, and a yellow one, and they're all made out of ticky-tacky, and they all look just the same. When they all made out of ticky-tacky, and they all look just the same, and they all look just the same. All right, there you have it. Your little boxes on the hillsides.
Can you see what? See?
Cookie cutter world. What? The magnetic field has dropped 15% since the 90s. A fact that a piece of space bacteria like a human can gauge its declining at all is frightening. We are 700K to 500K years overdue for this event. That is true. The what do you call that? The fuck they call that shit? We were watching Graham Hancock, and I can't think of the name of the evolutionary event. The thing that happened right after the Ice Age that like made all the ice melt and the oceans fill up and whatever. What do they call that event? What is that? The Tiger King event or something? I can't remember. But anyway, we're supposed to have one of those like every, every once in a while. And it had in a while. You do realize we're traveling at 1,000 miles an hour, rotating on a ball in space.
I know, we're freaking magical. I think we're magical.
Definitely magical, because music comes out of you. Like it's a thing that's already existing somewhere, somehow, and like my fingers know what to do. I don't have to think about it. It's just a thing that happens. So that explains to me that there are other mechanics, other things that you can't see or control or even perceive per se. It's unique, but it's the pancake flipping catastrophic. We need to build a collider and let the marmots sort it out. I think that's what Little said. We got to build a collider so we can figure out what burritos are really about. And probably tomorrow, the next day, we'll do another show about
Vicky,
some more shit.
we love you.
And we do. We love all you guys. Thank you very much for listening.
We appreciate you, every one of you.
Yes,
individually.
Get on the bus, Gus.
Right.
Don't need to discuss much. Just drop off the key, leave. Get yourself free. Make a new plan, Stan. Get a new jam, man. Come on. You just listen to me. Young drives. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's right. We're due for one. Probably 2030. Yeah, da do dee dee no da dee da 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 do da 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 do da 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 da. Right, we love people. It's time.
Lil said, "What happens when you accelerate the bean to 99% speed of light before it hits the tortilla?" That's your homework. Let's find this out, okay,
They
everybody?
said it couldn't be done.
This is your homework.
They said you can't refry those beans so many times. Expect them to still retain their beaniness. Put your beans in the ground, people. It's the time of the year you gotta get your beans in the
String
ground.
bean.
Put your beans in the dough. Put them in the ground. It's time, everybody. My town hall adjusts my taxes here. By 2030, I may have paid all back late child maintenance. Well, that's a good plan. You know, it's only a few years away, right? Like six-ish years away. So I hope that you make the most of the next 6 years, everybody, and party on, baby.
Yeah, 2030.
2030's coming, and the Aztecs were only off by a minute by their clock. So by that count, we wish you all a fond farewell and adieu. And thanks for watching.
We love you guys. Good night.